Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Happy Friday. Happy Friday, y'all. hmm Today is July 18th. What? Thought this was the one that was stuck. That's why I pushed out too much. I'm sorry, y'all. Today is July 18th, 2025, and the time is 7:46 p.m. I haven't kicked it with you guys all day. Yep, had other things to do. But remember that time is fluid, so whenever you see this message, it's when you're meant to see it. How about that? Jeez, how about that? Alright. Let's see what's going on in the ethers. What's going on? What's been happening since I've been gone? I feel like a mother coming back home and she got a house full of kids, and now it's time for her to see what everybody been up to all day. What they been up to, Spirit? Yeah, maybe some of them need to be redirected. What's going on here? Yeah. What they been doing, Granny? These will all be red and upright. What they been doing, Granny? Getting in grown folks' business, talking something about what you doing. You too old to be doing. Yeah, but you're very courageous and you tell the truth and you shame the devil. So whatever they saying about you, yeah, they need to study for themselves. Stop worrying about what you doing, how old you are doing it, and they need to study the scriptures like they study the song lyrics, right? Ooh-wee. What's going on here, Spirit? What's the message for the collective? What these kids out here doing? What these folks in our homes and our environments out here doing? Spirit, another day, another dollar, earning, working. Complete responsibilities and job-related duties for another day's pay. You minding your business, you focus on your money, you know. I feel like I'm talking to people that are of age, possibly getting closer to retirement age. You could have grown children. They don't have to be, they could be teenagers. Okay, take it how it resonates. But your goal is to create stability. What's that on your head? Something can happen to somebody's head, somebody's forehead. Somebody has a scar or something. I don't know. I'm picking up somebody bumping their head on the cabinet or something. Or maybe you got hurt at work. Or I'm picking up somebody could have some kind of skin cancer right here on their forehead. Alright, melanoma. Something like that. Somebody needs to get that checked out. Somebody's tired. Wow. What's going on in Spirit? That can be removed. If that is, God forbid, we pray that it ain't. We pray for healing of your soul and your body. But, that can be removed. That can be done with a Mohs surgery, Mohs procedure in the office. The truth shall set you free. Something that is not bound by the usual social norms and expectations. I just wanted to reiterate, I am not a doctor, and I am not trying to give legal advice. You always should go seek professional advice. This is just not me some favor to try, right? But I am not a professional, all right? So please seek professional advice. Making $1 out of 15 cents, monetizing. So something that you talk about, some kind of truth that you speak, all right? Because the truth shall set you free. All right, I feel like you're making money from this. Okay, some of you guys could be authors. Some of you guys could have podcasts. It's like liberation, something that is not bound by the usual social norms and expectations. Complete responsibilities and job-related duties for another day's pay. It's like turning your pain into profit. You know, making $1 out of 15 cents. You have very little. All you have is your skills and your experience, right? So you use your experience, you know, yeah, absolutely. Some people pay top dollar for your experience because you are skilled. A day late and $1 short, almost. Disappointment over missed opportunities due to insufficient resources or being late. This could be something that you're doing later in life that you thought maybe, you know, because of, you know, raising your family or whatever life things you're on this journey, you know, pulled you away from something that you may have had a passion for. Spirit is saying it's never too late, right? To go for something that, you know, you have been passionate about, and definitely use what you've experienced, right? To help you along the way, because people are going to look at that as somebody that know what they're doing, somebody that knows how to look out for the pitfalls, somebody that is experienced in not only going through the experience but coming out on the other side, right? You have a method, you have a way of seeing things that other people can't see until they have to go through it themselves. You feeling me? And you may, you know, yeah, you know, it may have come later on in life, you know. That's all I'm going to say about that, because that could be any age that's later on in life for you. You know, some people start early in having, what's this, cleanliness. Keep your house clean. Somebody can need to clean their house. Somebody, yeah, this energy of not having enough and not being able to you know, have that extra, that surplus in your life, always struggling with the bare minimum. I'm hearing that's coming to an end. Ooh, and somebody don't like it. Somebody could be very vocal about how they feel too, hooting and hollering loud, being excessively loud and unable to control one's emotions. This could be a child that's always screaming about what, you know, what they ain't got because they see what other kids have. You know what I mean? I remember that growing up in school. Not having a name brand stuff, or even not even name brand, just shit. Let's say, let me put an example. We had Bradley's, and we had, what was another store that we used to go to, and these were just like Walmart, but I wouldn't even say they was as good as Walmart back in the day, but they were, you know, they were the neighborhood go-to places, right? For, you know, those that don't have a lot of money. But like, remember those like Izod t-shirts, and then they had the matching shorts and the shirts for kids and stuff like that. That's the kind of energy I'm getting, right? Like, not being able to afford something like that. You know what I mean? Having to wear your sister or your brother's hand-me-downs or stuff that was passed on from your sister's kids and stuff, and they gave it to pass it over to you for you and your kids, because your kids about the same size they was, you know what I'm saying? So they could use it. You know, but yeah, that kind of energy. I feel like there's a lot more to your life than people know. Okay, but this is where Spirit is saying you know, set yourself free from that. For real, because not only will you free yourself, you will help to free other people. Because there's other people that feel the same way you do. Because on everybody's timeline, we all experiencing the same life, you know what I mean? We all experience the same social circumstances. Like our grandparents, they was in a social circumstance, you know what I'm saying? And it was a generation of people that was in that energy, right? In those circumstances. And then the next generation comes along, and you know, and we're here, you know? But I feel like a lot of our ancestors didn't get this opportunity, though. They didn't make it. I'm not going to say they didn't make it this far. You know, maybe they got tired. Maybe they gave up. You know what I mean? Maybe their life was cut short. Right? Because, yeah, they never got to that. If you like it, I love it. Preference. And time's up. We living in the last days. Look at this. Yeah, this is like not taking things so serious, right? Not being so judgmental about what other people are doing, because, you know, at the end of the day, it ain't really gonna matter. You know what I mean? What really matters is how you treated other people and how you treated yourself. That's all that's gonna matter. It ain't gonna matter. Damn, Spirit, look at this. Attachments. It ain't gonna matter, you know, about what you thought about somebody else, of what somebody else was doing. That's what you're gonna be judged on, thinking about what they doing. You feeling me? Give me some more His Spirit. I don't know where y'all got me going over here today. Look at this. Attachments keeps coming out. Somebody's image. Somebody want to look good, smell good, regardless. They want to look good in the community, regardless of the way they treat other people. You know. Cleaning and the Board of Health. When someone has a healthy appearance, their attire is neat, well kept, and dapper. And you can't live with them. You can't live with them. You can't live without them. This is family. They may not be perfect, but their presence adds value to our lives. We would miss out without them. This is definitely about family. Yep, and image and how they look. You could also be keeping your nose clean. Staying out of trouble, you know what I mean? Protecting your image, as we all should, you know. It all depends on where we're going. Yeah, somebody's very greedy and somebody's very angry, and they've been very relentless in coming in and out of your life, or doing something, you know, turning their back on you. What is this? Home style. We got food at home. This is somebody that feels like they didn't get what other kids had. They did not have what other people had. I'm telling you. Child, listen. This is somebody that's very grown. All right? They think they can say what they want to say to their elders. Yeah, this is that. Yeah, that's that generation of they ain't got to listen, especially when we get older, you know, and we don't have the same strength that we have when we used to knock them upside the head. You hear me? Yeah, then they want to come in, and act like they in control. They want to bully you. They want to challenge you. You hear me? They want to challenge your authority. They want to challenge your strength. Just like an animal will do. Once it grows up and it gets about the size of the mother or the father, they want to buck at them. That's what I heard. Look, bye. Yes, I feel like you turned your back on the situation. Don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. Yep, you didn't try to stop him. You did not try to stop him. Not none. You think you know everything? You think you know the world? You know? You think because I am this age, or I'm old now, that I don't know what I'm talking about, that everything that you doing ain't already fucking been done? Didn't I talk about that? About how it's in cycles? Like, nothing new under the sun. Come on, Spirit. Nothing new under the sun. They think they're doing something new. No, it ain't. It's just a new spin on it, baby. That's all. It's just a new generation. The world is elevating. The world is evolving. All right? But our thinking and how we see things has to evolve as well. But if we learn anything from the past, if we don't learn from the past, we're doomed to repeat the past. Come on, Spirit. If we don't learn from the past, we're doomed to repeat the past. Tower, speaking wisdom to you, you heard? That shattered somebody's whole little world. Yes, it did. Somebody don't want to change. They ain't want to change. Not just they didn't want to change, but you know something too, Spirit is also showing me that that's also a time when the student must go on out there into the world so they can learn and stretch their legs and build their muscle, right? Their mental, spiritual muscle out there in the world with the tools that they have. Because maturity comes with experience. Maturity don't come with age. Maturity comes with experience. this is necessary. Six of Cups. Listen, I don't even want to pick it up, but yeah, your family, people you growing up with, yeah, that's what this is about. We got the Page of Cups out here. No, he ain't out here. This is somebody too fucking stubborn to come and apologize. They too stubborn to come and apologize to you, or to seek the assistance or support that they need because they thought they knew more than you. They thought that, you know, you're old fashioned. That's what I'm hearing. You're old fashioned. Excuse me. You're old fashioned, and they don't feel like they will ever have to experience what you've experienced. You understand what I'm saying? Because that was back in your day. People don't do that these days. Baby, it ain't about the action, it's about the feeling. You can feel the same way the collective felt when they were young or when they were doing this bullshit in a whole different scenario. But that feeling, that emotion of degradation, of humiliation, or humbling, it don't matter how I get to you, but you will be. You hear me? You will feel that energy. Oh, I remember when our parents said, just wait till you have kids of your own. They cursed us motherfuckers. Oh, Father, forgive me. They cursed us, y'all. I swear to God. Yeah, when you get kids of your own, they gonna tear your ass up. Yep, 8 of Wands. Two of Wands in reverse, right? Now I'm realizing 8 of Wands. Somebody's feeling the repercussions of them being so disobedient and very closed off to reason. Listen, yes they are. Yes they are. Yes they are. Yeah, they're under judgment because whatever they did, you know, that they felt like they could handle. Well, they're getting their first exam, their first test, their first experience. That's what I'm hearing. Their first experience. Child, listen. What's the message to your spirit? Excuse me, oh my. Where'd that come from? That came out from somewhere. We got a King of Pentacles out here. This could be a father figure. This could be somebody's spouse. This could be somebody's brother, older brother. Look how she look at him. She look at him like this motherfucker. Ooh, this nigga on my nerves. You such a fucking fool. That's what I'm hearing. Like somebody just see somebody as a damn fool. They just a fool. But I got a King of Pentacles out here. Somebody that's loyal. Somebody maybe you feel like you had to be loyal to because of finance. Oh, so this person got the money. This is the one that's controlling the purse strings. Is that right? Yeah. Who's that in the background there? That's what they looked like when they was younger. Ain't that something? This definitely, if this isn't a family member, this is a spouse. Or, yeah, a spouse or someone that you were in a relationship with. If that's all I think could be, right? Or this could be like a grandfather or a father, something like from, you know, passed on somebody. Cleaner than a board of health image. When someone has a healthy appearance, their attire is neat, well kept, and dapper. And then you got boy fly. Don't let the doorknob hit you with a good Lord split you. You may, close the cycle out. Yep, this is somebody that is very dependent on their image. They're very codependent on how other people see them. Yeah, this is somebody that's under judgment. Yep, we got a Queen of Pentacles out here. This could be a mother. Ooh, a mother and a King of Pentacles are lovers. That's how it came out. Somebody from you. Ooh, and there come the Tower. Damn, almost giving me that video we seen about them folks on that kiss cam. Man, is that karma or what? The Chariot. And it's happening quickly. Oh, wow. This might hurt. This might cause some kind of You may have to heal from this. You may have to separate yourself, move. Yeah, you may have to ground yourself for something that's about to be enlightened. Something's coming to. I'm not one of your little friends. Two women can't live in the same house. I'll be damned. If this isn't a mother and a daughter or sisters, auntie and a, no, these are close like siblings, mother and parent, mother and daughter. I'm not one of your little friends. This could be a mother. This is a parent, a child and parent. That's the energy I was getting with children when I first started the video. This is about, yeah, this could be people that are lovers, some people from your past that you close a cycle with. There's a tower coming, and judgment's gonna be called. You're gonna be like, you know what, I'm done. Close the fucking door. Don't let yeah. God bless you. That's what I hear. God bless you. Yep. Yep. You're gonna have to heal from this. We got the 3 of Pentacles here and the 9 of Swords. Ooh. Now somebody's in regret. Somebody could be having nightmares. Somebody could be trying to cause you to have nightmares. Queen of Wands. Somebody could have wanted you to be in your head about this shit. I don't know, Spirit. This is somebody definitely that was in your home, that you shared a home with. What's this right here? Preference. If you like it, I love it. Exactly. There it is again. Like that. Listen, that's your life. That's your journey. You know, people think like when they do things like that, they feel like they one up you. They want to, go behind your back and do shit like that. They think that it's going to affect you in some way, but really you don't even understand. People looking at you as, and hence the reason they always want to keep it secret, because they know that if people, just like when that couple got caught, right? If people was to see it behind the scene, oh, they was the shit, right? Oh, they had it going on because they was doing something. They was getting away with something, right? They was getting what they needed, and they didn't mind. They didn't care that they was hurting somebody else. You understand? Until the spotlight came on their ass, and then they both in shame. In fucking shame. Why you shame? You was having a good time. You brought your best friend and shit. Or whoever the fuck was that knew you was, impeding on someone else's life. Because you wanted what you wanted. You wanted to take something away from that person. Stop playing. Stop playing, Page of Wands. What's going on here, Spirit? The only person that's going to be humiliated is the people that did it. That's the truth, baby. The only people that's going to be humiliated are the people that are doing it. What you've shown someone is that you're not to be trusted, that you have no integrities, no morals, and you don't value the relationship. Period. So people walk away. There ain't nobody gotta, make no scene, act a fool, feel some kind of way, because you're gonna humble yourself. Listen, you're gonna humble yourself. You're gonna realize that the choices that we make are a reflection of us. Anything else here, Spirit? Yeah, somebody's about to get a rude awakening. They're going under judgment, and that's coming in quick. It's coming in real quick. And the judgment is, now that the light's been shown, that it's shown that you didn't really get away with shit. All you did was manage to make yourself look like a Jezebel, a home wrecker, or somebody that can't be trusted around somebody's man or their wife or their husband. You hear me? That's all you managed to show for yourself, is put a scarlet letter on yourself. That's what you're going to be seen as. You're going to be seen as the person that snuck behind somebody that trusted them's back to sleep or to create a union with their ex or their lover. That's just like, it's not that it can't happen, right? Because back in the biblical times, you know, when a person moved on, died, usually they really didn't move on, but people move on because that was the community. But we're living better now. We don't have to do that, right? There's morals and values that they had back then that they would get stoned for. Remember that shit? Remember they would put your ass in the middle of the town and people would throw rocks at your ass for doing some shit like this. The times have changed, but the humility, the humiliation, it's just still the same. You're gonna be in the middle of the town and people are gonna be throwing rocks at you for what you did. What's going on here, Spirit? But then I just seen Jesus hear something else. I'm telling you, just step in and say, he that is without sin throw the first stone. I seen him just literally step in front of you, whoever you are. And that's it. We ain't to judge. We are not to judge. We're not perfect. We've made mistakes. That's what that was when I seen that foot step in front of you. Whoever you are that I'm speaking of that may have done this. That's what he came here and sacrificed his life for. So that because we make mistakes, we don't have to be stoned for that shit, man. We can repent. We can make amends. We can turn our lives around. That's the biggest blessing. That's the biggest gift, is turning your life around. That's the biggest thank you. Appreciation. I ain't gotta lie to you, baby. Death and rebirth, absolutely. 3 of Wands. Where you going? We are going collecting. Spirit said, there's nothing else to see here. There's nothing else to do here. That's what I heard. The cycle's closed, y'all. Listen, yeah, they ain't gonna be. I feel like whatever their efforts were fruitless. Somebody wants to come and apologize. I'm telling you, for the way they treated you, how they, not just the way they treated you, because they didn't do it to just you. They did it to others, right? But however it sits on their spirit, right? Like Spirit said, listen, if you like it, I love it. Yeah, you like it, I love it. I have no judgment here. I have no qualms with you. People can do what the fuck they want to do. They can. That's their moral and integral life that they gotta live. For real, for real. I feel like somebody wants to stop trying to attack you, because I feel like somebody's been trying to attack you in some way, shape, or form. But I feel like so it would take some of that burden off of them, that guilt, that shame of them doing what they did. You feeling me? They want to have a reason, an excuse for their behavior, for how low they went. You hear me? Ooh, yes. For how low they went. Right? In order to, and when the truth is they didn't do it because they wanted to really hurt you. They did it because they wanted what you had. They wanted to experience what you was experienced with whoever this person is. I guess from their rose-colored glasses, it looked like you had it all. But see, I don't know, child. People don't realize how much work you put into what you have, how much you got to go through, how you sometimes neglect yourself in order to provide for them. You hear me? And they still don't appreciate it. This is a child, that did this. They felt like you didn't give them enough, but when they get on their own and they got to pay that rent, when they got to pay that light bill, that gas bill, when they got to come up with that security deposit, when they got to pay for movers, when they got to pay the water bill, when they got to get their renter's insurance, when they got to do all that shit by themselves, they'll see why there wasn't enough left over for Mikey's. For Mikey's. You hear me? Or left over for Nikes, that's why you had to have Mikey's. Talk about that shit, yeah. Somebody could have really resented you. Look at this. We got the Two of Swords here. The Two of Swords, the King of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Five of Swords. The Two of Swords here. Confusion. Unable to make a decision. The King of Cups withholding energy. Queen of Cups. Oh, they could be going through it. Nine of Cups. Somebody could be drinking a lot. Yeah. Five of Swords. Yeah, because they're confused about what the fuck they did. When they did it, they didn't think that they were going to feel some kind of way about it. They thought, they was just you're gonna be disposed. They could just throw away their emotions for you, right? Yeah, but now, child, and all they can think about is what they did. That's what they and that's what I'm talking about. That shit come back, man. I promise you, it does. Yes, it does. Oh, yes, it does. Anything else here, Spirit? Excuse me. Yeah, somebody could be drinking a whole lot too, and somebody also realizes that they lost a gift. Yeah, you were the gift, the Nine of Cups. You were the blessing. Not only did you have love, but you came with abundance and stability, jewels, gifts. You came with a what they call it when you came with a when two different countries would marry their children together, they come with the what you call it, y'all? Troll, what you call it? I don't know how to ask. It's a dowry, almost. You know what I'm saying? You came with like crown jewels and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You came with gifts. Somebody's listening. Somebody wishing they would have treated you better. I promise. Somebody wishing they would have treated you better. Because they was really in the when pigs fly. I give you that, man. You ain't, listen, I ain't got nothing for you. Somebody wish they would have treated you better. Listen, they wish they would have treated you better. Somebody wish they would have treated you better. Yes, they do. What's going on in Spirit? Because somebody's really confused. And, man, listen. And this is the type of energy that possibly thought that their secret would outlive. They would be able to keep this secret longer than you would be around to know about it. You hear me? Damn. So don't tell me they was trying to take you out so they can live in so they can try to, live out loud in their lie, right? So they don't have to feel so guilty and shame. But let me tell you something, with or without you being in the vicinity, other people are gonna see them. Ain't nobody they friends out here. People are gonna be talking about, are you serious right now? So this was what all this shit was about? Because you wanted to slide up, yeah. That's what all this was about. Because you wanted something that person had. Stop playing. So whether you're around or not, they're gonna feel that. They're gonna experience that. They will, right? Because of the way they went about doing things. They did it in an underhanded way, in a very, deceptive way, right? A very envious kind of way, because somebody wanted to take something from you. They got gratification out of thinking that they were so much smarter than you. Listen. They were so much smarter than you. Five of Cups in reverse. Somebody unable to release some kind of emotions and move on. I feel like you released it. I feel like you, whatever, cups didn't work out for you, you let that go, man. You released it and you moved on. Listen, this is somebody that's stuck on the past. You see, they got a pentacle, they got a new opportunity, but they still standing in the place where the old plant was, the old seed was. Somebody may want to start something, revive a situation. But I don't know, I feel like somebody may think you're going to reject them. What's this in my hand again? Oh, yeah. That you're going to reject them. Hard head make a soft boo-boo. A soft bum-bum. Somebody can say that. Boo-boo, bum-bum. Somebody could have kids that are just learning about going potty. Spirit, what's this message? Spirit's also saying be cautious of your children, trying to show you that, maybe they have been touched inappropriately with that too. Thank you, Spirit. Alright, what's going on here, y'all? The Hierophant, 7 of Swords. Listen, it ain't gonna work. No weapon formed against my collective will prosper. And the fact that somebody wanted to, listen, yeah, you moved away from this situation. You were guided to move away from this situation. You have power in walking away and allowing people to do whatever it is they were doing. You may not have known about it, all right, but definitely somebody that was very disrespectful towards you, right? This is somebody that felt like they could talk to you in any kind of way. They didn't have to go by your rules, okay? They treated you like somebody on the street, right? Just could have been somebody, just like I said, a child, that you had to be like, yo, time for you to go. Yeah, you had listen, it's me or you. You know how they get. Not just women, boys too. When they get too grown to go by the rules where you paying all the bills, you hear me? They don't appreciate you. It's time for them to go. It's time for them to go on their own and go live the way they want to live. And clearly somebody did it, but they thought they was gonna, have your life with somebody that, that clearly wasn't, that you had to work through with this person as well, because if this person was grimy enough to deal with somebody in, that close to you, water seeks its own level. Let's just say that. Whatever level they was at, they were both at the same fucking level. How about that shit? Yeah, so that's even making me feel like this could even be going deeper than that, than just doing it afterwards. This could have been going on and during, you know what I'm saying, the relationship. Ooh, child. I don't know who that's for. Let's see. Let's get some believe in your own magic oracles. Yep, because this is not your judgment. You're not under judgment for what somebody else does, collective. So that therefore you should not take on those emotions, that anger, that regret, that revenge, that any of that shit. That is, you don't have no reason to, because this is somebody saying, well, I went and I fucked up and you should feel bad about it. I went and I did some dumb shit today that could probably going to cost me some karmic justice, but you should feel bad about it. Yeah, you should get your ass back in that corner till you learn your damn lesson. Spirit, what's the message here for my collective? That's the energy this shit is. You hear me? Somebody wanted you to be mad. Somebody thought they was going to get a rise out of you. Yeah. They paid a high cost of pay for low living, honey. Raindrops, take a chance on them. Look at this shit. This is somebody you could have took a chance on. Somebody you supported. Somebody you helped. You tried to help. Build. Create a friendship with. Even. You know what I mean? Or this could be some new relationships. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Bitch fight. Stand up for yourself. Child. Somebody. Ooh, child. Listen, princess. You can be your own knight. You can defend yourself. Sword. Make the change. Wow, there's a lot of communication here. All right, I feel like you may have a lot to say to this person. You may express your feelings to this person. Okay, I got 39, 16, 1, and 7 out here. 93, 61. July 1st, July 16th. January 16th, January 7th. 9, 10, 11, 12. December 16th, December 1st, December 7th. All right? Yes, make a change, right? Don't let people walk all over you, right? This is somebody that you definitely covered in some storms, right? You had this person's back. You gave, what you had, you shared with this person. And in return, this person decided that they were gonna, build off of something. I guess they felt like you didn't want no more. Yeah, I don't know about all that. I ain't trying to get into the backstory. But you know what, princess, you can be your own. Now, you didn't need nobody to rescue you. This person needed somebody to rescue them. You rescued them, and then when you let them go, they attached themselves to somebody that they knew had the same stability as you, because that was your equal. You hear me? And it didn't matter that it was somebody that was close to you. This is somebody that's very codependent. This is somebody that feels like if they don't attach themselves to somebody, they can't stand on their own by themselves. They need to attach themselves to somebody. Yeah. They attach themselves to people, to their families, to their friends. Yes. And if you fall out with this person will sleep with one of your friends. They'll attach themselves to somebody in your circle. I promise. Take that how it resonates. Because they need somebody to rescue them. You don't need nobody to rescue you. You do not. Confidence, it comes with time and practice. What did I say? Maturity comes with experience. Thank you, Spirit. What we got here, baby, the universe. We're all just stardust. That's it, right? We're all making our way in this world. And the choices that people make, they the only ones that's going to feel that shit. Now, when we allow their actions to take us out of our space and we want to retaliate, we want to reach out and touch them, we want to cuss them out, I'm going to say for me, go ahead and cuss them out. I'm just saying, because I'm a true believer in speaking your mind. And sometimes it may come with words that people ain't used to hearing us fucking say. But just because you don't hear us say it don't mean we don't know it. And that we don't know how to put it together in a full sentence and make you be like, oh shit. You hear me? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, we can speak slang, we can speak street, but we ain't in the street no more. We ain't in the slang. We ain't slanging shit no more. You hear me? So we elevate. We learn new words. We learn how to speak in a different language. Hello? Come on now. I speak a few languages. I speak Bible. I can cuss you out in biblical terms. I can cuss you out in street slang. I can cuss you out in, spiritual slang, whatever. But we learn. As we elevate, as we learn more information, we learn how to use it. And we always... We have those things that we've always used, even in the street, and we learn how to use it the same way, except to elevate ourselves, not to hurt other people, but we smart now. Everything we see down here, you're gonna see it up here too. You hear me? It's just elevated. That's all. I'm just saying the bullshit is what I'm trying to say, right? Let me get y'all spiritually. Yeah, I'm gonna get off here. I enjoyed you guys. I enjoyed doing this reading tonight. I mean, we all go through stuff, right? But it's still the going through it, right? The shit you learn on the way. You know what I mean? The little tidbits you pick up, that help us, that, to overcome, the control of our emotions. The control other people have on us, on our emotions, right? How we allow them that much power, right? That when they do some shit, we get fucking mad. The fuck? Right? I'm just saying. Fuck, I'm getting mad for it, right? Now, if they tear up your car or something, like that, or, do something for your personal body, your physical, you have every right to defend yourself. Every right, because your personal space, your body, that's your temple, that's you, that's your house, that's where everybody lives, that's where, your security, right? So, of course, defend yourself. But when they doing shit to themselves that, don't physically fuck with you, man, listen, they better listen. Somebody need to somebody needs some help. We all do but when we learn, oh, it's on. To thine own ass be true. Look at that. Come on now. The most common thing that holds people back from health and happiness is an unwillingness to be honest with themselves. Oh my goodness, y'all. These yarns are coming out of nowhere. There's an unwillingness to be honest with themselves. True story. It's been unscientifically proven. No, we'll caught that. Only who you are, what you struggle with, and where you want to be is the beginning of self-love and freedom. Kind of like when Sir Mix-a-Lot finally admitted that he likes big butts and he could not lie. His life blossomed after that. It's stupid. Yeah, be true to thy own self, be true, right? To thy own self, be true. That's it. What you eat don't make me go poop. It might make me nauseous if you poop, though, if you fart. That shit gonna stink, and I might have to tell you about yourself. All right, y'all, let me get off that. Y'all have a good night.